What up, world? Welcome back to Carter's Way. Hope everybody's having a good day, blessed day. Hope everybody's feeling good. Listen, we got to change the way we think. And, I'm speaking for myself too. Because a lot of us, we think that, we play a certain position, like a certain position in life, and this is who we are. And, this is what I was born into, and, this is my destiny, whatever the case may be. But it's really all about how we think. That's what we're going to end up doing. That's where we're going to end up, where we think we're going to end up. Our thoughts play an important role in life. Our thoughts control our bodies. Our thoughts control our emotions. It controls the way we feel. It controls how we treat other people. Our thoughts are very important, and we got to be careful about the way we think. And if we don't change the way we think, we become stagnant. Like, I could tell you this: if you are thinking the same way you were thinking 10 years ago, I guarantee you're in the same predicament you were in 10 years ago, and nothing has changed. It is because of the way you think. Now, for example, like, let's say obtaining like $1 million, let's say, right? A lot of people are like, I can't, like, that's impossible. First of all, my parents are broke. I work at Wendy's. There's no way I'm gonna get $1 million. Right then and there, when you just said to yourself, and when you're thinking to yourself that you cannot get $1 million or you cannot be successful, you just failed. And you're not going to pursue what it takes to get to the $1 million because you gave up here already. So now you're giving up physically, the body that's going to actually make you go out and do whatever you have to do. So when you fail up here, you failed everywhere. Your thoughts are very important. But now, for you to think positive, saying, you know what, I didn't come from the best background. I do work at Wendy's or whatever, but I know that I can obtain $1 million. I know I can be successful. This is just my temporary spot. Now, when you think like that, and you say you can do it, then you start thinking about how you can do it, right? Then you start thinking, okay, I got to do this, this, and that in order to get $1 million. Then if you really want it that bad, you start thinking about it, then you start taking action. But it all first starts with the thought. When you think about it, then you start to take action. And when you give up here, then you give up physically, and then you stop taking steps towards that million. You can't stop thinking positive. You have to actually always have positive thoughts. Because let's say you have positive thoughts for a couple of months and you don't see it working out for you, then you start thinking negative. Oh, I tried. I can't do it. I've been working 5 months and I don't even have $1,000 yet. Then you give up. It's the way you think. Or you could say, you know what? I made $1,000. I have 999,000 to go. So then you keep that 1,000 and then you start, and then you keep going. You get another 1,000. Then you start meeting people. Then they tell you how to make that 2,000 into 4,000. Then you start meeting people. That's another thing too, right? If you are thinking negative and you're like, yeah, I just can't obtain it, or I can't do nothing, it actually ruins opportunities for you. Because if you're thinking that you can do it, you can become a businessman, you can become a lawyer, whatever, then you start to get out here in the world and start trying to do it, then you'll actually start meeting people. You'll start attracting yourself to people who are successful, who do got money, that might even give you advice, that might even put you under their wing. But let's say you just said to yourself, nah, I can't do it, whatever, I'm just going to work tomorrow. You just missed all those opportunities that the other person is getting, that thinks that they can do it. You see what I'm saying? You might even miss out on relationships with people. Like genuine, I'm not even talking boyfriend and girlfriend, I'm talking like business relationships. Other people, other kids that are looking to make $1 million too. They might put you on something that you didn't know. So don't think you could never not do something because then you're not going to take action. When you think you could do something, then you start taking action. And when you don't give up in your thoughts and your positive thinking, you will keep going and you will obtain whatever you want. Unless it's unrealistic, you want to be an NBA player, you got to be 7 foot. Come on, let's be realistic. Some things you can't do, but 89% of the things you can do. Actually, we'll make it like 98. Say another like thought process, right? Let's say you think everybody in the world is like scamming and oh, everybody gets over, oh, everybody collects, or everybody does this. You know what's going to happen to you? You're going to start stealing. You're going to start trying to get over. You're going to start trying to collect from, whatever. That's another thing too. You have to think for yourself. When you start thinking about other people and what they're doing, then you're just going to become just like them. Like I said, if you're thinking that everybody's getting over, then you're going to be like, well, why can't I get over? I'm getting over too. Everybody else is doing it. That's because you're worried about everybody else. I made a video about that. But it's your thoughts. It's the way you're thinking that's leading you to be like other people. Or you could be the other guy and say, I know there's a lot of people right now that are scamming, robbing, stealing, getting over. But there's also people that still go to the office, that are still successful, that are not being affected by recession, that they actually work hard. So I need to work hard. I don't want to get over, because I know there's people out there that don't get over, that have more money than the people that are getting over. So what, you want to be like the person that's just getting over, getting your little thing? Or you want to be like the guy that works every day, that a businessman, lawyer, doctor, whatever the case may be, and that is getting money in a legit way and not trying to get over? You see how that works? It's all in your thinking. You could think like him, or you could think like him. You want to think negative, you're going to do negative. You think positive, it's going to be positive. You think this is how everybody is, that's who you're going to be, like everybody else. If you think that everybody is positive, that's doing the right thing and everything, then you're going to become like these people. What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about for your future? What do you think you're going to have in your future? Are you even thinking about your future? What are you thinking about every single day? What are you thinking about? Are you thinking about what movie I'm going to watch tonight? Are you thinking about, damn, I want to get a coffee? What are you thinking about? Are you thinking about, man, what do I have to do to get successful? Or how can I get this job? How can I get these certificates? How can I become this? How can I become that? What are you thinking about? Think about what you're thinking about today. And every day, think about your own thoughts. Like, what do I think about every day? And that's what you're going to become. You don't think about nothing, you're going to become nothing. I'll give you one more example before I go. Let's say, sometimes we have to hustle. To make $1 million, you got to hustle. Hustle, hustle, hustle. A lot of people only see the $1 million, but they don't see the years before that when you have to hustle. Let's just, for an example, let's say you're trying to make $1,000 a month by selling pens, right? And you're thinking, okay, in 12 months I'm gonna have 12 grand. Now I'm gonna give you A. A is a person who thinks, okay, all I have to do is sell these thousands of pencils. All I have to do is sell 1,000 pens or pencils, and I'm gonna have $1,000. I could do that. I could go out here. Are you kidding me? $1 a pen, I could get 1,000 people to buy pens, and you can have that $1,000. Or you could be like option B, where he goes, 1,000 pens. You expect me to sell 1,000 pens? Do you know how long it's gonna take? Do you know how many people I have to run into? Do you know how hard that is? I ain't selling 1,000 pens. Boom, you just gave up. You just missed out of $1,000, and you got poor thoughts. When you have poor thoughts, you become poor. The man who says, I can sell 1,000 pens, might even be like, yo, I can sell 1,000 pens, that ain't nothing. I'll sell 1,000 pens tomorrow. As a matter of fact, I'll get another 1,000 and sell 2,000. Before you know it, you see how he's thinking? Now he just made himself $2,000 because he thinks he can do it, and he's thinking to himself, it's easy, I can do this. I could go out there, and he's thinking to himself, oh, I could just go up to this many people and I'm gonna get it. Or you could be the other guy and be like, yo, I can't sell no 1,000 pens. Wow, I gotta talk to 1,000 people. Do you know what that takes? Yeah, I know what that takes. But you already failed. Now you just gave up. You didn't even grab the pens to even try and sell 10 of them. All right, you know what? You didn't even try to sell 10 pens. You just gave up on the whole idea. You're thinking to yourself, you're like, I can't sell 1,000 pens. You just gave up and you didn't sell nothing. You made $0 because of the way you think. The other man is thinking positive. He's thinking he could do it. He made himself $1,000. He didn't miss out. And as a matter of fact, and if his thought process is that strong and it's that positive, he might even make himself $2,000. How are you thinking? You thinking you can't do something? You ain't gonna do it. You think you can do something? You're going to do it. And when your mind is strong and you're not soft in the brain, like how I said in my other video, you will be persistent in your positive thinking. Gotta change the way you think. What are you thinking about? How are you thinking? Is your thinking affecting your emotions? Is it making you depressed? What are you thinking about? Think about it. Think about what you're thinking about. And then change it. You can do it. Trust me. Alright? That's all I got for today. See you guys with another video another day.